as a family, the Nolans have been cruelly affected by cancer more than most. Thankfully, a few months ago, Colleen's big sister Anne got the fantastic news that she is officially cancer-free. It is literally worth cheering about, and she's here to share her story this Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Welcome, Anne Nolan, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, it's a great time to be talking about it, Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
It certainly is.
A difficult subject for you and your family, obviously, because, as we said, it's hit your family more than many. When was the first time you were diagnosed with cancer? Because you've had it twice.
I've had it twice, yes. My first experience with actually finding a lump was when I was 29, but that was benign. It was a big lump, but it was benign, it was removed. And then 20 years later, in 2000, I was in the shower and I found a lump and I went to the doctor straight away the next day and it was diagnosed as breast cancer, yes.
And so you were 49?
I was 49 then, yeah.
How did you feel when they told you? Because obviously you'd had one that was benign, so you, I presume, hoping this is benign too.
I'd had cysts removed periodically before then as well, so I was kind of used to finding lumps in my breast. But this one was, when they said it was cancer, I was kind of in a state of being out there somewhere. I didn't kind of take it in.
You were very calm, though,
Well, that's what I mean, but I didn't kind of realise exactly what it was. I was kind of, I was very calm.
Very calm
and I
very
spoke to my daughters about it, and I said, you know, I was very kind of abrupt with my daughters, to be honest, because one of them was only 13, and I said, it's cancer, and they kind of laughed and went, oh, you're kidding, aren't you? And I went, no, I'm not kidding, it is cancer. And I just kind of went through it, and I just thought, it'll be fine, the doctors will sort it out, it'll go, you know, and that was how I
approached it.
And what treatment did you have to have?
So I had chemotherapy. I had a lumpectomy, chemotherapy and radiotherapy that time. And then after 6 months, I was ill during it, you know, with the chemo. I ended up in hospital for a week or so. And then after 6 months, I didn't lose my hair at that time. I got really thin, but I didn't actually go bald or anything. And after 6 months, it was fine. I got back to life. But I think because you've had cancer, whenever you get anything like a lump or a bruise of any kind, you immediately think, oh, is this my cancer coming back? You know, so I think that's something that you just live with. And then 20 years later, in 2020, because that is 20 years later, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not very good at maths.
None of us were.
No. So I found a lump again in the shower again, exactly where I'd found the first time. But this one wasn't the cancer. I went to the doctor straight away again, as I think everybody should do, really. And I went to the doctor straight away, and they found the cancerous lump, which was deep inside.
So the lump you found was
not cancer.
Oh,
no,
wow.
no. The doctor found the cancerous lump when I went there. And the same again. I had chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and a
But when you
lumpectomy.
found that lump the second time, wasn't it just after Linda had been re-diagnosed as well? So the two of them, within a week, we got both phone calls. They both had it.
And it was during COVID as well, so we weren't allowed visitors or anything. So we were.
But they let you be together, which was
nice,
nice,
we had our chemotherapy together.
Did you?
Yeah, it was, and that was really helpful.
How did you help each other at that time? Because you both must have been terrified.
Well, Linda had lived with cancer for longer than I had, to be honest with you, and she was amazing. I'd go in at 9 o'clock in the morning because I was having 4 different kinds of treatment and she was only having 1. And I'd go in at 9 o'clock and I'd have then she'd arrive at lunchtime with biscuits and sweets and magazines and making jokes, and she was just great. Yeah, she was amazing. It was a hard time for everybody, though, during COVID.
Very hard time. So let's bring you to the good news then. So how long do you have to be cancer-free for them to officially kind of sign you off?
So we have a mammogram every year when you have breast cancer, and then at the end of 5 years you have your final mammogram, and they tell you then whether it's, you know, and mine was I got the letter through the post, and I didn't open it for about 2 hours because I was scared it was going to be bad news. And eventually I thought, oh, for goodness sake, just be sensible and open it. So I opened it, and it was good news. It says that you're cancer-free now. So it was amazing.
At that moment, because we all think, you know, what would you do? You know, do you cry? Do you squeal? Do you phone someone? Are you silent?
No, I cried. I'd been so pent up about opening the letter, and when I opened it, I was so worried it was going to say that I needed to go back. And when it said, we're happy to tell you that you're cancer-free. Although they say you're cancer-free, but they also go on to say that this doesn't mean that your cancer won't come back at some point. And I think that's what you live with when you've had cancer. There's always a chance it might come back again.
What about you as a family, Coleen? Because we were saying earlier, you know, so many cancer... Well, yourself, you've had cancer scare. Do you all talk? Do you share it, or do you feel maybe, you know, at the time Linda was maybe a little bit worse? You think, oh, I better let her... You know,
well,
we'll have
Brian
to talk about
definitely
Linda.
did that, didn't he?
He
Because
didn't
he
tell
got his
us.
diagnosis, but he didn't tell us because it was all
And he's
just
the
after.
oldest, isn't he, Brian?
No, he's right in the middle.
He's right in the middle.
There's 3 girls. There's a boy, 3 girls, a boy, 3
Oh,
girls.
okay.
Yeah, so
He's the middle boy.
But he didn't tell us because it was just as Linda was really ill and then passed away, and he organised all the
didn't want
funeral,
us,
and he knew, but he didn't tell us till after it had all calmed down because he didn't want us to know. But I think with Anne, the thing I have felt not sorry for you, but I think you've handled it really well, is Anne has had it twice as well. But because Bernie and Linda's was kind of aggressive and you know, Bernie was only 3 years with it, really, wasn't she? And sometimes I always felt Anne was a bit like, yeah, you're fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was all on Bernie and Linda, no, obviously. But sometimes you think,
But
we need to remember that Anne had it twice, you know?
But the difference is my cancer hadn't metastasised. It hadn't gone anywhere else. It was just in the breast, and they'd still
But it was still there. You still had all the
but
treatment.
it's kind of different, you know. I just think it's different. Their cancer was travelling, if you like, around their body, whereas mine was in one place, and they sort of more or less sorted it out.
But I know how grateful you are for all the treatments, and I know you've been working with the charity Breast Cancer Now.
Yes.
And you recently went to the Toby Robbins Research Centre. Tony Robbins was the woman who sadly died with breast
In
cancer.
1986,
and her husband started this research centre.
Yeah.
Why did you want to go there, and what did you make of it? What did you take away from that visit?
It was such a special moment because of the effect of cancer on our family and my friends as well. It was just amazing to see the people who were making cancer. They were, you know, they did some things they showed me where they were trying to make the body recognise the immune system recognise and kill cancer cells. And I thought, that's just amazing.
So there were all these people, younger people
they were
sometimes,
young
dedicating
scientists,
their...
And I did a little experiment while I was there with strawberry, getting the DNA, and I thought, I didn't even know strawberries had DNA. I didn't. I mean, did you? I didn't know.
I didn't know.
So we got the DNA out of a strawberry, and it was just all the things they did. You know, the research is amazing. They have 100 research projects between UK and Europe, which costs about £32 million to fund.
Wow.
And it's all through Breast Cancer Now. You know, it's just an amazing.
And it's good to go where you see where your money's going.
And it gave me hope as well for my daughters and my granddaughter that they're accelerating towards, you know, cures for cancer and that. It was just amazing to be there.
Listen, we never have enough time for these
Just
chats.
as well, because she didn't get on to telling me off about my hormones.
Oh,
She'll be having words.
That happened
later. So good to see you. So
Thank
good to see
you.
you
It's
looking
lovely
so
to be
well.
here.
Thank you for sharing your story, because every time you share your story, it helps somebody else. So thank you very much, Anne Nolan, everybody. And talking of help, a reminder that our website, itv.com/loosewomen, has information on our campaign, Don't Skip Your Screening. As you were saying, early detection is key, and that's encouraging everyone to go for their regular breast screening. You can also find information about helplines, itv.com/helplines. And obviously, please see your GP if you do have any concerns at all. Thank you again, Anne.
Thank you.